Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Gotoubun no Hanayome. And actually, it hasn't been very long at all since I watched the previous episode. Usually there would be more of a gap, but the thing is, I kind of wanted to finish this show before I started to react to the new season stuff because this show was chosen to react to through a poll that was at the start of last season, so I kind of wanted to get it done before now, but things happened, so a little bit late finishing it off, so I just want to get it done now, basically. So, not like in a negative way or anything, just I want to be able to move on to new season stuff. But anyway, what happened last episode? Well, they got out of their little predicaments, and also, Miku wanted to have a chat with Ichika, I believe. That was also a big thing. So, let's get on into it and see what they chat about and what else decides to be done in this final episode. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Yes. Wow, you just right out with that line. Of course, that's what it all comes down to. Hold hands. In public? Yeah, it's a fair point. We both get a hand. I mean, too bad for the other three sisters, but we both get a hand. Yeah, you really shouldn't be skiing when you're sick. Well, you shouldn't have done that. Close, very close. Man, she really lit up with that blush. It's a hardcore blushing. Speaker, not actually true, but I'm sure. Ooh, food. I could use some food right now, but I'm busy watching anime, so I'll wait till later. Wow. Yeah, what's you been up to? Are you okay over there, Futaro? Maybe you should go lay down. Well, I would have been sweating if I was in an igloo with Miku as well, so. From Raiha, okay. Is that how it worked? Oh! We got a sister hug tackle. Face down in the snow. A very cute tackle. Yeah, those are a couple other sisters. Still Noitsuki, though. Unless that's Itsuki, I don't know. I was trying to tell when they're covered up. I thought it was Ichika at first. Well, yeah, what exactly is she up to? I mean, I am glad that I was initially right with that bad being Ichika, but still worried about Itsuki. Well, I really hope she's not in any real danger. Yeah, Is that actually Itsuki? Because, yeah, I think it is actually Itsuki. It's getting really confusing me, show. Because the hair color doesn't look quite like Ichika's hair. But, I don't know. It's always a nightmare dealing with these sisters because of this. They all look the same. Of course you can. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just wait and see what's what. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's Ichika's voice. Well, yeah. It's Itsuki. I had a feeling. Because I just did not... The hair color was a little bit off. It was definitely not Hanakana's voice. It's hard to tell, though, because she had the mask over, so I wasn't sure. But, yeah. Her reaction to like, what she said something about not wanting people to bother Itsuki or whatever. I have a feeling from then on. But I bounced back and forth a lot during that. Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't pick him on that. I initially thought it was Itsuki, and then I was like, oh no, it was Ichika. I was like, oh no, that was Itsuki, Ichika. Just... It's just hard to tell when they've got like 90% of their body covered in a mask over their face and mouth. And I was pretty sure that wasn't Hanakana's voice. I'm surprised you just managed to hide all that hair. A little bit. Yeah, you're going down. It's nothing romantic, he's just sick. Don't misunderstand, Baka. Oof. Yeah, he's not feeling too good. He's just not gonna get in the opening this time. Guess that's pretty easy to do. You know, the little knocking thing. To take care of you, so you won't be lonely. Surprised you would admit that, you know? You must not enter. Oh? What do you want from Nina? You have my attention. What's this about? I don't think so. I think you should get that dance, at the very least. One way to find out. Was that a yes or a no? Well, Soulmate's kind of sick. Well, oh, he talked to her about that, okay. Okay, so not a full-on reveal. Yeah, I did not get a chance to tell her the truth. At first, when she said she got rejected, I thought she just meant when he ran away from her. But no, he actually talked to her a little bit about it. But that's not how you get to the ladies, by doing that. Lame. I like the looks those girls are giving each other. I can ship it. In fact, I already am. What is this? Tsundere. Do we have a tsundere over there? Ah, gold. Okay. Nice. Yeah, why is she not in bed? Oh, very close. That's very close. No, it's kind of the opposites, if he's to be believed. Yeah, I just hide in it. This is nice. I like this. And my own feelings, yes, that's also important. Oh, this is really, really nice. I mean, it's up to him to decide who's special to him. She said it. You do that. Yes. All of us can compete on a fair ground. It's okay to do so. That's really what this all came down to. Not exactly the biggest revelation ever, but at least we've got that far. Well, what matters. What's up, Yotsuba? If you even are Yotsuba, I don't know anymore. Well, of course, the thing that's a little beat up too. Yeah. You can tell she's sad because her ribbons are hanging low. What'd you notice? Stories. Maybe skiing on the third day. I think he probably had a little bit of fun. Yeah, we're not allowed to go in there. But okay. Well, she probably wouldn't catch a cold anyway, you know? Yeah, he does not look too good at all. Probably wipes some of that sweat off. He's really, like, guarding him? Really? He is so bald. Oh. Like a ninja. Okay. Just snuck on in there. Like nobody spotted you. So, what are you gonna do now? Now that you're all alone in there with him unconscious. Don't flip the wrong switch, which you probably are. Okay. I Shadow Clone Jutsu. Did not expect that. I knew something would happen when she flipped the switch, but they all snuck in there, I guess, and didn't notice each other. It's really cute. All the sisters think the same. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. About you girls thinking the same thing. It almost made me jump when they were all just there all of a sudden. They're all just so beautiful. Yeah, things seem to be wrapping up with this. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And there we go. So much light. Even some light from like a picture taken. Is that Raiha with her hair down? I'm not used to that. Yeah. A wedding ring? Wait, what? Wait, what? Did I miss something? That'll show him. She better not. I'm sure he'd be fine. How much do you need? A waste. Yeah, we actually are showing an actual wedding here. Did we have a time skip? Because I didn't expect that. Yeah, where exactly are we? Still feels like I missed something, but... Ooh. That is pretty bright. It's really bright. Maybe. And there we have our bride, which is one of the sisters. We just don't know which one. It's probably Miku, though. I didn't know today was a special day. It's like a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I had to deliver that wedding ring. Yeah, it's got that. Yes, to whoever you're marrying, congrats. I'm sure you two will be very happy. The sad thing is if they show us the girl, I probably still won't be able to tell who it is. Who are you? No. Oh, Maida, yeah. Well, she's very pregnant. Good job for him, I guess. I guess it's legit. Well, that answers that question. He had fun. And we just jump from that to getting married somehow. Why not? And there's our wife. That's one of the girls. Which one? Who knows? Let's see if I can tell by looking at her. Probably won't be able to. So is this the one you ended up dancing with? Although, I mean, he was sick during it, so I don't know. But who is it? That's the question. Tell me who you're marrying. They each have a finger. Try to just channel their sisterly powers into him, make him feel better. So basically, yeah, they all held his hand, so can't narrow it down by that. Excitement's... Oh, he's up. He wakes up, all of them are just in his room, on their knees. Well, that was a little bit rude to say first thing when you wake up. Oh, wow, he really is angry. Uh, just scaring him off. Hey, I would love to have the Marvin when I was sick. I don't know what your problem is. You look very lovely in that dress, Miku slash Yotsuba slash Nino slash Ichika slash Itsuki. The first step is always the hardest. Definitely true. Hello, everyone. One of you that's gonna be my wife later. How kind. Well, just don't overdo it. That's kind of scared me there, Futaro. I still think he's marrying Miku. I'm gonna stick with that. Because I really can't see him marrying Yotsuba. Yeah, it's gonna work you girls hard. Hope you're ready. Can't escape. Kind of with all the giggling and stuff. Okay, that was the 12th and final episode of Gotoubun no Hanayome. And we had our conversation between Miku and Ichika, and like I thought, it all just boiled down to, hey, here's a crazy idea. How about everyone that likes Futaro, we all just do our best to get him to like us back and get together with him. Like, how about we do that? It had a really big revelation there. But Futaro was sick, though. That was one of the bigger revelations. Apparently he got it from Raiha, and then gave it to Ichika, but Ichika thinks she gave it to him, and all that good stuff, and Itsuki being quarantined, but they all snuck in anyway, which was a really fun scene. Yeah, Itsuki that was in there, like, oh, I can't believe I snuck in here, I'm such a bad girl, I'm gonna go turn the lights on, that she does, and then boom, all 4 of her sisters were there as well. That was pretty great. Really did not see that coming at all, so that was a fun little scene. And some people got to do the dancing at the fire, but I don't think, didn't seem like Futaro got to do that. But he did get to hold hands with all the girls during it. So I guess even though he wasn't actually dancing by the fire, during the fire event, he still held hands with the girls. So I guess what they're trying to say is that still counted, I guess. But since they all held his hand, technically you could narrow it down to who his wife is from that. One funny thing in the episode that I definitely want to talk about was Itsuki pretending to be Ichika, because like this really confused me, because this is how my thought pattern went. My first thought was, oh, well, there's Itsuki. She's just hanging out with Nino because they're usually together. That makes sense. And yeah, that looks like her. You know, the hair color's right and everything. But then they were acting like that was Ichika, and that Itsuki was still out there somewhere. Then I was like, oh, you mean that's not Itsuki? Okay. Okay, fair enough. I guess that's Ichika then. I'll accept that. And then a few seconds time passed, and then I thought to myself, that's surely that's Itsuki. Like the hair color and the voice, like that couldn't be Ichika. Is this just a case of them swapping positions? Should I say something about that? If am I wrong? Will it look silly? Like this is about the point where I kept going back and forth like that. When I was like, no, I mean, they clearly are going to be looking for Itsuki, so that wouldn't be Itsuki. I mean, she wouldn't just let them waste their time like that. And then she made a comment about, well, if Itsuki is off doing something, we should let her be by herself and not mess with her. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's most likely Itsuki if she's saying that, because that would make sense for her to say that in that context. But then they talked about the area that she could possibly be lost in, and then I was like, well, I mean, they wouldn't be that detailed about where they think she might be if they weren't really going to go and look for her, right? And then they started to actually go out and look for her, and Itsuki didn't reveal herself. So I thought, well, maybe that is Ichika after all, I guess. But it really does not sound like her. Like, I know Hanakana's voice. I love Hanakana with a passion. That does not sound like the only reason I had any doubt at all was because her mouth was covered. I can sometimes distort somebody's voice. But even then, I was like, I kept listening for it. I was like, no, that is not Hanakana's voice. It's just not. You can't convince me otherwise. So yeah, at a certain point, I was pretty sure that she was Hanakana, but I was like, okay, I think I'm going to stop talking about this until we get some new evidence. And that was basically when they were on the gondola, whatever it's called, together. And then if we thought a bit of a trap, it's like, hey, is that person Itsuki? He's like, I don't know, maybe. Well, I doubt it, because that's a guy, and all that, so. And I think he said something about her calling him differently than Ichika does, or something like that. I didn't pick up on that at all. But, yeah, the point is he eventually figured out that was Itsuki, in fact, so. Yeah, couldn't end off the show without having one more sisterly swapped positions shenanigans, right? We needed to have at least one more time. So that was probably some of the most exciting bit of the whole show, was just the amount of thinking I did in that part. There was a lot of thinking, let's just say that. But anyway, that was something I wanted to talk about, because my mind was going like at 100 miles per hour during that entire scene, trying to figure out the truth of that little thing there. So I definitely need to talk about that. And yeah, eventually they all went over, like I said, they went all over to Futaro's room. They all snuck in there. And yeah, it was right about here at 15:25. Yeah, they did this thing they often do in the show, when they like pan across all the sisters and they each have their little borderline pose and smile and all that, because they were panning all the way from Yotsuba down to like Nino, and they all just looked very nice right there. Especially Miku, as she usually looks very nice, but Just they all have like very soft smiles on their faces, facial expressions. So I really like that part there. I do think they thought he's decent amount in the show, so I just wanted to point it out because I always like when they do that. When they have those sort of group shots of all the girls trying to make them look their best together in those special shots. I just like that a lot when they do that. And when they all ran away in that scene was also really cute. I like that a lot. And also when Futaro was just kind of scaring them in general. They're getting all a little worried and wanting to have run away from studies and all that. Another point that I was really confused in was our sudden time skip when they were talking about the ring. Because at first I didn't realize it was this time skip. I mean, I saw Raiha's hair down and I just thought, well, she was like 6, so maybe she didn't bother to fix it or whatever. I didn't really notice if she was like taller or older or anything like that. But I guess she was. But Raiha doesn't get a lot of screen time, so it's not really immediately apparent to me whenever she's like jumps up a few years or whatever. So the hair was the only thing I really noticed. But she talked about the ring, and I was like, oh, that's a little bit weird. Was he planning on confessing to someone during the school trip? That's what I thought. But not too long after that, I was like, okay, we probably had a time skip or something here, which is a bit odd. But yeah, at this point in time, he had chosen which one he wants to marry. But they were definitely not going to reveal to the audience who he chose. I'm still going to lean on Miku. I think Miku is the most likely candidate, with Nino being like right behind her in all likelihood. And Itsuki may be right behind that. But Yotsuba and Ichika, no. I would be shocked if he ended up marrying either of them. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think it's really down to those three. And it's not just because they look the most like the bride in the show. It's not that. Because I know they're all supposed to look the same, just imagination and all that. But I just think they have the most likely chance. Maybe I should swap Itsuki and Nino in that ranking. But I do put Miku at the top. Nino and Itsuki, I'm kind of on the fence about who I'd say was number 2 most likely to get married. I mean, Itsuki really does feel like a main girl sometimes. Just some of the scenes, the way they go. So, but Nino, I think she's obviously come the farthest as far as liking Futaro goes. So that's kind of why I think maybe her. I don't know. But those are kind of the 3 that I think have the best chance of being the bride. But they definitely wanted that to be a secret. They all have the blue eyes, so that obviously wouldn't be a hint or anything. But yeah, just nice little cute scene to end it off on, with them all being together and talking about studying and then wanting to run away from it. That's always been kind of the overall premise of the show. But yeah, pretty good final episode, I would say. I had no real complaints with it, I guess, aside from a little bit of confusion with the sudden time skip, which just felt oddly placed, really. It just felt like they wanted to have that in the final episode. We weren't sure exactly where to put it, they just kind of just put it there. But it's not a big deal. But anyway, what about my thoughts on this show as a whole? I mean, I liked it, you know. It wasn't like anything be like amazing or anything, but it had a solid cast of characters. The sister quintuplets gimmick was something I liked about it a lot, because it made for an interesting dynamic when the entire haremats interact with each other on a pretty regular basis, and they're already really close to each other, so that can always come up with its own little drama and unique problems when that's the case. And of course, I just like seeing siblings get along well in anime in general, so having these 5 beautiful sisters all together that all care about each other a lot, I like that. Like, even in this episode, we got some Ichika and Miku stuff where they were like pretty much snuggling, like putting their faces close to each other and then hugging and stuff like that. I really enjoyed watching that. I really enjoy anything like that, any kind of skinship like that between the sisters. Even, it doesn't necessarily have to be just skinship, just any kind of scene where you really just shows off that closeness I enjoy watching, but just especially the skinship type stuff I love. So that was something I always enjoyed the show a lot. And of course, you know, to expand on that, I probably would enjoy the show a little bit more if it like cut off Futaro completely. I know that would make it a very different show, I get that. But if it really was just these 5 girls all like self-studying, you know, but everything else is the same, I would probably like the show a little bit more. But for what it is, I still enjoyed the show, because Futaro is a pretty cool protagonist for the most part. His biggest problem is just not focusing on himself enough, you know, being too selfless, which is, I mean, there's plenty of protagonists where they have that problem. But, you know, he's still pretty cool. for what he is. He gets things done pretty well for the most part, working hard for his family, the financial situation, working hard to help the girls, and he does get progressively more and more close to them, despite the fact that he was trying to keep it as professional as possible for a while, trying to keep that distance, but they're starting to wear that down, of course, and they'll continue to wear that down because he ends up marrying one of them. I still think it'd be kind of funny is if it was a little bit of a fake out, and then, like, right before they really get the wedding started, the other 4 girls show up in dresses and he marries all 5 of them and goes for a polygamy ending. I think that would be hilarious. I don't think that would happen because, well, polygamy is not legal in Japan, I'm pretty sure. But it would be something, wouldn't it? It really would. But no, probably wouldn't end up happening. But just something I like to think about. But as far as girls go, obviously Nino was my least favorite for a while, but she grew on me after you know, a while. Miku became my favorite ever since her focus episode. She pretty much stayed there for like the entire show. However, Nino definitely crawled up closer to it. And yeah, I don't really have much to say on the girls beyond that. Ichika, by far the best thing about Ichika was the fact that she was voiced by Hanakana. But other than that, there really wasn't that much I liked about the character, really. She just never really... She was mostly had a support role, you know, trying to help out the other girls and stuff like that. So she never really put herself into a position that really made you want to root for her, you know, for the most part. And there was that really big scare with the whole acting thing, where they had me worried about what very immoral stuff that she could possibly be doing, you know. And that kind of hurt my impression of the character a little bit. Even though that turned out to not be a very big deal at all, it still really kind of lingers in the back of my mind, regardless. So, because of that, she's probably in the lower half as far as favorite characters go. Along with Yotsuba. I mean, I don't dislike Yotsuba either, but she's... I don't know, she's the Genki girl, and there never really was much more to her character beyond that, just being the Genki girl, and being the easiest one to get on board with the studying. Like, yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot to her beyond that, really, I don't think. I mean, I liked the ribbons. They were cute. Itsuki, I don't know. Itsuki always felt like the main girl to me for some reason. She always just came across as such. I don't know, she's one of the more normal girls, I would say, out of the group. That's probably how I would describe her. So as a result, not a lot to say, but she's kind of like in the middle as far as the girls that I like. And then at the top, I guess you would just have Miku and Nino. Miku was great just because she was like the most beautiful of the sisters, I would say. And I always liked her little headphones around her neck was always a nice touch. And she was really passionate about that Sengoku stuff. And ever since then, I've liked her. She just seemed like a very likable, fun girl. Yeah, very cute. Always, you know, got on board with Futaro fairly early, and, you know, one of the earlier ones. And Nino, I didn't like her because she was just so hostile to Futaro, like straight up drugging him and all that, and even making jokes about it and stuff. That's very not cool, you know. That's pretty hard to forgive, that kind of thing. But, I don't know, she just... Once we started to get through that rough exterior of hers, we got a lot of little peeks into how cute she can be, and that went a long way for me liking the character more. I don't think I've fully gotten over the whole drugging thing, because that was a pretty big deal, but I'll probably get over that fully eventually. It's mostly gotten over. But anyway, yeah, it's always been a fun show, a lot of hilarious moments, a lot of interesting moments between the characters and developments, and some inner conflicts among the sisters and all that. It was a very interesting, fun show to watch. And season 2 is supposed to happen, and when it does, I will probably watch it, react to it. So, until then. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.